Hello, hello.
Ah, ah,
Welcome, welcome.
One day, every day will be Friday, no. We got just to celebrate, oh.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Inzali, and this is Inzali Takes Africa. Super excited to have you all back. This is my first video for 2025. We are 25 years after the millennium, y'all. Can y'all believe it? I feel like I blinked my eyes and it was 25 years later. I swear to God. Nonetheless, I'm Inzali and I help women all around the world, Black women in particular, create the life that they deserve. And I'm doing it while I'm living on the African continent. So if this is something that sounds good to you, then I want you to make sure that you like this video, you subscribe to this channel, leave a comment in the chat, and share it with your family and friends. That's all. That's my one request. All right. So again, welcome. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Again, it is 2025. Y'all might hear a little bit of stuff in the background. I currently am actually in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria to be exact, here visiting family. And I am just super excited to bring in this new year with you all to share what I've been doing, to share what to expect from the channel as we move forward in this year. All right, so if you if you have not already become a member, you can become a member today. Just click that members only section, and that one you get a little bit more live and up close and personal with me in my day-to-day life. So, yes. And of course, I am on Instagram. So you can always follow me. It's the same name of the YouTube channel, Inzali Takes Africa. Also, my business channel or business page on Instagram is SW. Let me actually put that one up there. Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, is that the wrong one? Hold up now, y'all. Okay, I actually have both. So also my business page, SWD Africa, which is She Works Digital Africa, or on Facebook at She Works Digital Africa. So either one of those will do right by you. You can follow me, keep up to date with everything that is Inzali. So this new year, I have three keywords. Three keywords that have kind of shaped what I want my energy, what I want my space, what I want my mindset, my vibe, the people around me to have. And the first word for my new year is going to be change. I have a sneaky suspicion and a strong inclination that this year is going to be full of like rapid, drastic changes. And I know for some of us, we feel like, oh my God, change. Did she say change? Yes, I said change, but change is not always a bad thing. A lot of the times, change is a good thing. Most of the time, I would say all the time, to be honest. When we pivot, when we make a shift into something different, either we're going to learn something or we're going to learn something. Okay. And so I'm anticipating that 2025 is going to be full of different types of changes. I already know that there are a few that are in the pipeline for me that I know are coming, and I'm sure that there are more that are unseen, but I have faith in the Almighty that whatever it is, I'm prepared, I'm ready, and I'm accepting it in advance. All right. My second word for 2025 is flow. That goes hand in hand with the first one. I'm not resisting change in 2025. I'm going with the flow. So I'm going to be at ease. I'm going to be float on. Hey, all you got to do is float on, float on. So I'm in the flow. Whether it's an ebb or what, I'm in the flow. Like I'm just going with the flow. I don't want any resistance. And my final word for 2025 that kind of summarizes my intention for the year and where I'm going, what I want around me is happiness. I have come to the conclusion that my purpose in life is to be happy. I used to believe that it was to be of service. I used to believe that it was to be, a great family member, all of those things that has something to do with me being an attachment to somebody else and me pleasing somebody else. And since I am working on my people pleasing ways, this year is about happiness. And I have come to the realization that my purpose in life is to be happy, to live a happy life, to be fulfilled and joyful in my existence. And if I do that, I have done way more than the women who've come before me. And I'm super excited about starting that path and that journey with the awareness that yes, it is my intention to be happy. It is my intention to enjoy. It is my intention and my purpose in this life to really be fulfilled. And I'm excited about it. Okay, so those are my three. What are your like three core values for 2025? Honestly, I feel like those three are for 2025 and going, right? But nonetheless, what are your three? I would love to hear what they are in the comments. Do you resonate with my three? Are yours different? Why are they different? Why did you pick the ones that you picked? I shared a little bit about mine. So, yeah, I just want to know, what is it about your 2025 year that is like your rock solid foundational values? Cool. All right. So now this year, what let's start with the check-in. How are you? You know my core values for the year, but how are you? I will say, as I mentioned earlier, I started my new year in Lagos, Nigeria, here visiting family. My fiance's family is from Nigeria. Those of you who watch the channel, you all know that my fiance is from Nigeria. And so I actually really, really have been enjoying myself. I've been here, what, it's 2 weeks into January. For 2 weeks now, this is actually the longest that I've been in country. My other trips that I've taken have always been shorter, like no more than like 5 or 7 days, like 5 days to a week. But this one, I think I'll be up to like 3 weeks in country pretty soon. So yeah, I've really, really been enjoying it. What I enjoy a lot about the Lagos vibe and the Lagos energy is the like directness and the forwardness and the like audacity that a lot of people have here. I even mentioned to my fiance, like, oh, you're like way more direct when we're in Nigeria than when we're in Ghana. Like, you're more like to the point in your face when you're at home than when we are in Ghana. And so I just kind of really appreciate that. And I say that because in Ghana, everything is a round the way, circle about, never get to the point. And I just really appreciate the get to the pointness of the energy of the people who live in Lagos. Whether they're that way naturally a lot, I don't know. I haven't been here long enough to decipher, but whatever it is, they have that thing, and I do appreciate it. I really, really do. So, yeah, I also have really enjoyed the like Dirty December / January party scene. It has been really, really fun. I'm going to talk about this more in another video because I'm actually going to do a updated comparison video between Lagos and Johannesburg. And I'm also going to do one that uh, compares Dirty December in Ghana versus Dirty December in Nigeria because I think it is worth mentioning because, there is a very clear and distinctive difference. So I'll start off by saying that. But nonetheless, I brought in my new year here in Nigeria. I've been having an amazing time. The food is great. It's tons of variety. The party scene has been wonderful. Of course, my fiance's family has been nothing short of amazing. Very, very lovely people. So fortunate and blessed to have them be a part of my life. So it has been good. I'm doing good. I spent the end of last year, so like October, November, and part of December at home in the States with my family, with my parents. And so it was good to kind of transition and, spend some time with my other family, my second family. All right. So, yeah, that's how I've been doing, y'all. I really brought in the new year in a way that felt good to me. So that goes right in line with one of my core values, which was happiness. And I am happy. So, how are you? How have you been doing? How did you bring in your new year? Was it something exciting? Were you just chilling with your family and your friends? Did you try a new experience, a new adventure? Did you come to Africa? Some of you might have come to enjoy the holiday festivities with us on the African continent. I am interested to know. Typically, when I used to live in the States, I actually would kind of well, when I was younger, I would go out for New Year's, of course. But, right around maybe like 24, 23, 24, I also started doing things where I was more like in solitude, like more reflective and those type of things. I think now I found like a happy medium and balance in between the two. And so that's how I've been doing. That's how I like to bring in my new year. So how did you bring in your new year, and how has the energy been these first few weeks of 2025 for you? Okay. And the channel is changing. I told you one of my core values is changing. And so I wanted to actually come on here and talk about like what can you expect from Inzali in 2025. One of the biggest changes to my channel is that I'm going to start giving y'all my like unscripted thoughts about a lot of the happenings in Africa and in the African context and space. I always tell you all that I feel like I live in two worlds. I have my US side and I have my African side. And funny enough, I usually am more up to date on the news cycle of different countries in Africa than I am with the US. And so I just feel like as a part of my experience and sharing it with you all, I should share my opinions and thoughts about some of the things that are happening here. In Ghana, we just inaugurated a new president. We had our first female vice president be inaugurated. We've had some fires take place in markets that are like a hot topic. We've had Galamsey last year. We have so many things that are changing, right, in our context, in our space. And I just kind of want to talk about those things with you all. So I will be doing a lot more commentary on the news cycles of different African countries. Also, I am adding some reviews to my channel. More specifically, I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix series Young, Famous, and African. And I'm going to review because this is season 3. I absolutely love the show. I am very active online talking about this show and the different Instagram groups and chats and pages and all of that kind of stuff. And I actually like one of the cast members has actually been like responding to me about this show and comments that I've had and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, I need to review the show. So I am going to review Young, Famous, and African. It premieres on Netflix season 3 on January 17th, and I will be reviewing it. And I'm going to give my unfiltered perspective on the things that I see on the TV screen. Keep in mind that I do not follow these people in like their personal life. Okay, so I can only comment as to what is shown on Netflix. Okay, I think there's actually 2 I follow. No, I don't even follow Condi. I follow Boss Lady online, right? So I follow her. I think that's the only no, in Swanky. I follow Swanky, but I really only follow Swanky to see the fashions. I don't really know anything else about him. I don't even know his real name. Or maybe I think it's Jonathan because Annie Is You Okay said it. But none of the less, I don't follow any of these people in like real life. I listen to Tubaba's music, of course. Like he's a classic artist, right? But I don't know anything about them personally. So don't get in my comments talking about, well, in 2022, I saw Diamond in Tanzania and he was I can't tell you what he did in 2022 in Tanzania at a random concert. I don't know, y'all. If it's not on the show, I don't know. But I will be reviewing the show. I love it. Now, in addition to commentary on the African news cycle, as well as my reviewing of different African shows, I also am going to be telling you more about my business entrepreneurship journey in the African context. So, for those who are new to the channel, I started off as an educator in my career. I was a teacher, I was an assistant principal, and at the university level, I led an admissions department. Most of my career at this point was in the African context, in South Africa teaching, as well as Ghana teaching, being an admin and working for a university. So I made a pivot a few years ago, full-fledged into entrepreneurship. I started doing virtual assisting work as a way to supplement my income in Ghana. I also opened up a barbershop with my fiance last year. That was a time. Okay. And again, now I have launched my virtual assistant agency where I help people on the African continent, women specifically, find virtual assisting work in the United States. So I'm going to be sharing a lot more about that journey, what I'm learning in business, what I'm learning in entrepreneurship, the ups, the downs, the good, the bad. And I'll also be talking to you all a lot more about what does it mean to be a virtual assistant? How can a virtual assistant aid and help a business grow, develop, and scale to the next level? That's what I want to discuss because that's my real life, y'all. That's what I think about on a day to day. That's what I spend most of my time doing outside of, loving the person that I'm with. The rest of my time is really focused on my business. And so I'm going to actually bring that part of my life to the YouTube channel. And last but not least, another shift or change or development for the channel is that I'm going to have more guests on the channel. I have a wide variety of other people who I've met along this journey who have such unique perspectives about transitioning to living abroad, transitioning to living in South Africa or Ghana or Nigeria or Kenya or Rwanda, wherever it might be. And I really want you all to hear other voices aside from my own, because I have my lived experience, but these people also have their lived experience. And as a collective body, we're coming to give y'all the gist, to give y'all the information so that when you decide that I'm ready to live the life that I deserve, you have a lot of information to pick from. You have a lot of experience to reflect on to see if this is the best next step for you. And so I think having guests onto the channel will definitely bring in some of that experience, that extra little, sauce, little sprinkle something on the end that'll give it a little bit more life. So I'm excited to roll out some of my special guests that will be on the channel. Some of them you may know, you may already follow, some of them you may not. Either way, we're going to keep it hot. We're going to keep it fiery in the chat, leaving your comments. I always respond. I always respond. So as long as you're respectful, you're, being a decent person in the chat, I definitely will give you some feedback. Again, if you are new, you can always follow me on Instagram at Nzali Takes Africa, or you can follow my business page, SWD Africa. Okay, make sure you follow. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave your comments in the chat as always. And so I do want to leave you all with this video with a particular question. And that question was my reflection question at the beginning of this year. And that is, what makes you happy? Very simple. What makes you happy? Is it ice cream? I love ice cream, y'all. Literally, I told my fiance, like, okay, before I leave Lagos, I need to go to Cold Stone. Yes, they have Cold Stone here. They also have Krispy Kreme. We don't have those in Ghana, and I absolutely love Cold Stone. So I was like, listen, before I leave this country, I need Cold Stone. And I got it, so I'm happy. So ice cream makes me happy. What is it for you? Is it, beach days? Is it spending time with the children? Is it traveling? I know some women who love to live on a plane, okay? They stay plane ready, passport ready. Is it painting your nails? Is it doing arts and crafts? This year, I have dedicated myself to learning how to knit, crochet, all of those type of crafty things. So yeah, what is it for y'all? It's a little hot in here, y'all. I'm sorry. Power has gone out. Welcome to Africa. So I don't want to, turn on the generator just to do this. So I'm like, let me keep my little fan. This is cute. First of all, let me tell you how I got this fan before I let y'all go. I was at a club with my guy and his friends and his friends' friends. And one of the ladies had this fan. And I was hot in the club. And I was just like, whoo, she gave me the fan, y'all. gave it to me, was like, sis, you can keep it. I was like, thank you. And this has saved my life here in Nigeria. So yes, all is well. So yes, I'm leaving you with that reflection question, which was my reflection question, which aligns to one of my core values for 2025, which is happiness. So what makes you happy? Once you identify what that is, then I charge you to do that thing or experience that thing at least once a month. At least once a month. All right, y'all. As I said, this is a new year. There are going to be lots of shifts. We're going to be in the flow, and I'm going to be walking in my purpose of happiness. I hope you all like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Oh, and I almost forgot. I got my first YouTube page. Da-da-da-da-da. I'm so excited about that. Like, it was like that little confirmation that I needed. Like, no, you were on to something with this YouTube channel. Kick up your consistency, keep going, because this is another stream of income for you that you really can take advantage of. So I am excited about that. And I want to thank you all, because without you all watching, without you all subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting on the video, I could not have gotten there. And so I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all in the next video. Bye, y'all.